Sumerian civilization material and spiritual achievements were complemented by a significant development in the performing arts. In March 1974, a group of researchers from the University of California, Berkeley, made headlines when they declared that they had cracked the code on the world's oldest song. They were able to decipher and play musical notes recorded on a cuneiform tablet discovered at Ugarit on the Mediterranean coast around 1800 BCE. We always knew there was music in the ancient Assyrio-Babylonian culture, the Berkeley researchers noted, but we didn't realize it had the same heptonic diatonic scale that is characteristic of contemporary Western music and of Greek music from the first millennium BCE until this deciphering. It was formerly assumed that Western music originated in Greece, but it has recently been proven that our music, like so much else of Western culture, originated in Mesopotamia. This isn't surprising, given that the Mesopotamians were known to seek international harmony and concord through musical tones, according to Greek philosopher Philo. Music and song, without a doubt, must be considered a Sumerian first. Professor Crocker could only play the ancient music by building a lyre, similar to those discovered in the Ur ruins. Musical key numbers and a coherent musical theory can be found in texts from the 2nd millennia BCE, and Professor Kilmer herself wrote that many Sumerian hymnal texts had what appeared to be musical notations in the margins. She stated, "The Sumerians and their successors had a rich musical life." It's no surprise then that seals and tablets represent a wide range of musical instruments as well as singers and dancers performing. Music and singing, like so many other Sumerian triumphs, began in the temples. However, after beginning in the service of the gods, these performance arts spread outside the temples. A common phrase about the fees charged by singers used a classic Sumerian play on words. A singer whose voice is not lovely is a poor singer indeed. Many Sumerian love songs have been discovered, and they were almost certainly sung to music. The most moving is a lullaby written by a mother and sung to her sick child. Come sleep, come to my son. Hurry, sleep, to my son. Put to sleep his restless eyes. You are in pain, my son. I am troubled, I am struck dumb. I gaze up to the stars. The new moon shines down on your face. Your shadow will shed tears for you. Lie in your sleep, my son. May the goddess of growth be your ally. May you have an eloquent guardian in heaven. May you achieve a reign of happy days. May a wife be your support. May a son be your future lot. Not only is the conclusion that Sumer was the root of Western music in structure and harmonic arrangement the noteworthy thing about such music and songs, the fact that the music and poems do not seem foreign or alien at all, so we listen to them or read them, even in their depth of feeling and sentiment, is also remarkable. Indeed, when we consider the magnificent Sumerian civilization, we discover that not only our morals and sense of justice, our laws, architecture, arts, and technology founded in Sumer, but that all Sumerian institutions are so familiar and so close to us. We're all Sumerian at heart, it appears. The archaeologist Spade unearthed Nippur, a once religious center of Sumer and Akkad, after excavating at Lagash. Many of the 30,000 writings discovered there have never been studied. Schoolhouses going back to the 3rd millennium BCE were discovered at Shorupak. Scholars discovered gorgeous vases, jewelry, swords, chariots, gold, silver, copper, and bronze helmets, the remains of weaving factory, court documents, and a colossal ziggurat whose ruins still dominate the landscape at Ur. Archaeologists discovered pre-Sargonic temples and artistic statues at Enshenuna and Adab. Inscriptions about early empires were created by Umma. Monumental buildings and a ziggurat dating back at least to 3000 BCE were discovered at Kish. Archaeologists discovered Uruk, or Erech, in the 4th millennium BCE. They discovered evidence of the first use of a potter's wheel, as well as the first colorful pottery baked in a kiln. The earliest stone structures discovered to date is a limestone block pavement. The earliest ziggurat, a gigantic man-made mound atop of which rose a white temple and a crimson temple, was first discovered at Uruk by archaeologists. The first inscribed text, as well as the first cylinder seals, were discovered. The excellence of the seals upon their first appearance in Uruk period is astounding, Jack Finnegan observed about the latter. The advent of the Metal Age can also be seen at other Uruk-era sites. H.R. Hall discovered ancient ruins in the town of El Ubaid in 1919. The place gave its name to the first era of Sumerian civilization, according to academics. Sumerian cities from the time period may be found all over Mesopotamia. Clay bricks, plastered walls, mosaic decorations, cemeteries with brick-lined graves, painted and decorated ceramic ware with geometric designs, copper mirrors, imported turquoise beads, paint for eyelids, copper-headed tomahawks, cloth, houses, and above all, monumental temple buildings were all produced in the southern Zagros foothills. Further south, archaeologists discovered Eridu, the first Sumerian city according to ancient writings. As the excavations went deeper, they discovered a temple devoted to Enki, Sumer's god of knowledge, that had been renovated numerous times. The layers clearly brought the researchers back to Sumerian civilization beginnings, 2500 BCE, 2800 BCE, 3000 BCE, and 3500 BCE. The Spades then came across the foundation of the original Enki temple. There was virgin dirt beneath that. Nothing had been built before it. It was around 3800 BCE at the time. That was the start of civilization. It was not merely the world's first civilization in traditional sense. It was a vast society, all-encompassing and far more advanced than the ancient societies that came after it in many aspects. It was without a doubt civilization that gave rise to our own. Man attained this remarkable civilization in Sumer approximately 3800 BCE, after beginning to use stones as tools some 2 million years earlier. The confusing fact is that scholars have no idea who the Sumerians were, where they came from, how or why their civilization arose. This was described as astonishing and outstanding, a flame that sprang up so abruptly. Ancient Mesopotamian scholar Leo Oppenheim emphasized the remarkably brief era in which the civilization rose, because it had appeared so suddenly, unexpectedly, and seemingly out of nowhere. Joseph Campbell wrote, "With stunning abruptness there appears in this little Sumerian mud garden a whole cultural syndrome that has since constituted the germinal unit of all high civilizations of the world."
Thank you.